Well, it wouldn't be a season unless the Maryland Terrapins made it to the NCAA tournament, and they certainly did last year. Brenda Frese has already won 4 Big Ten Coach of the Year honors in her time at a national championship, of course. Ready to start her 23rd season in charge of this program. And we turn our attention to the Terps right now by welcoming in Brenda Frese, as well as first-team All-Big Ten Shyanne and the reigning Big East Defensive Player of the Year, Christina Dalce, right now. Christina, you're new, so I'm going to get to you in just a second, but I want to start with these two since you were both on it. Give me something you learned from last year. On the one hand, there was success. On the one hand, it wasn't normal Maryland success that you guys are used to. Give me something you can take away from last season.
I think 2 things jump out for me, and that would be patience, because it was a long year where you had to get to that final place of beating Ohio State in the Big Ten tournament as the #1 seed, and then getting to the NCAAs, and just being persistent. I thought we were very resilient as a group. We didn't let the highs or lows get too far out of reach, and so some valuable lessons.
Yeah, kind of piggyback off Coach. I felt like through adversity, we just kept pushing. It wasn't an easy year by any means, and I feel like this team just never really gave up.
All right, now I'm bringing you in, Christina. All 3 of you tell me what has you most optimistic about this coming season.
For me, I think it's definitely playing with my team. I think we have a really special group coming in, and also everyone is bringing so much to the table, whether it's shooting, whether it's just driving or rebounding. So I'm really excited to really show the nation what we have in store, because I think a lot of people are really doubting us. It looks good on paper, but it's too good to be true. But we have too much to not show. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I think also off Chris, I think just being so deep in every single position, I feel like Maryland, or we haven't had at least in my years, and I think that's exciting. And then also the versatility that we have, sliding everybody to every single different position. I feel like it makes us a tough matchup this year.
We're going to be really fast. And, I love getting up and down the floor and being able to push the Maryland tempo that we want to play at, and we're going to be able to send waves.
You have a handful of new players, as we said, on the roster this year. When that happens, how important is non-basketball bonding? You'll sometimes cancel a practice, right? And be like, we're going bowling or something like that. Tell me about that.
Pickleball now.
Yeah?
Absolutely. We new sport for everyone. But, I think it's really important. It started for us in our off-season when we were able to take our international trip, foreign tour to Croatia. So a ton of early bonding, early 10 practices, to get started in the summertime. And then, we are very intentional as a staff to be able to have those different activities that are kind of sprinkled through your months and within your season for them to be able to cultivate their relationships.
Give me an example of a team bonding that's happened in the last few months that stands out for the 2 of you.
I think, honestly, this wasn't orchestrated, but it was just we invited everybody over, and then we just do karaoke.
At someone's house?
Yeah.
Nice.
Literally just last week, we did a team bonding activity that was not too far from where Brenda lives, and we ended up having hibachi, and it was really fun because they were cooking in front of us. We were getting involved. So I like little activities like that is just what makes the Maryland family really enjoyable.
Shyanne, best and worst at karaoke?
Best?
Christina, she's got to be in there. I mean, look at her face.
No,
she's
Chris,
what are you doing not saying my name?
Chris is definitely the worst. You got to.
My Whitney Houston karaoke is untouchable. It's untouchable.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you got to put.
All right, top
there,
five. Worst, probably any of the freshmen.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Who would be the best on the team at slowly counting to 5?
Christina.
Honestly, that's debatable.
She's got to know the assignment.
Let me go through some of the players that you've been bringing in this year and transfer. Some of them are wildly accomplished already. Let's start with the lady at the end. Why'd you want her?
Are you kidding me? Defensive Player of the Year. And you just look at, I'm really excited for her. She's gotten that international experience playing on the biggest stage with 3v3. And, She can run the floor like no other, going to do really well in our transition, scorer, rebounder, block shots. Excited for her.
Sarah Tibiasu, the reigning A10 Player of the Year.
Again, an ultimate true point guard, just has a strong, feel for the game. She can score it when she needs to score it, but she can run a team. She's got a great, high IQ with a great skill set for her assists to her teammates.
Kayleen Schmeichel.
She's a dog. I don't know how else to say it. Elite level scorer, off the bounce, the three, plays hard both ends of the floor, rebounder, gonna be a tremendous addition.
Sailor Poffenbarger.
Double, right? I mean, you're coming out of the SEC, not only the ability to stretch the floor and shoot it, but her ability to get on the glass is pretty special.
Shyanne, what are the challenges from your role about welcoming so many new people into the team?
I don't think there's too much of a challenge. I think, obviously we have a full roster, so being able to fit everybody in one room is probably like the biggest challenge. But you'll get to see the personalities on this team is amazing. I tell everybody that the moment we met, it felt like we knew everybody from day one. So we just clicked, and honestly, it's just amazing to see. And you'll see our chemistry on the court. It's come along real well. It's gonna be exciting.
What's the toughest part about being the new girl on the block?
Trying to learn the system. It's like as transfers, like even like freshmen, when you know a system for so long and you're trying. Thank you. When you know a system for so long and you're trying to learn a new system, I think it's a little tricky there. But overall, I think everybody, like the returners and the coaches, have been doing such a good job at really helping us and being patient with us to understand the system, so that when we first came in June, like it was a little rocky, but like right now, like it's going smoother, and we're only gonna get better from here.
I feel like I'm not doing a good enough job of getting personality out of you. I feel like there's a lot, Christina.
There is a lot of personality. And
Ask her about ask her what her favorite food is.
Hey, Christina, what's your favorite food?
I eat everything.
I told you. I told you.
I eat everything.
I told you. Bring out the food, and Chris will come to play.
We just need to bring that to the court then. I like it.
Give her treats for a good
I'm eating on and off
like,
the
Chris,
court.
come
So
Like a reward
now go get me a rebound.
It's like I'm trading my puppy with little treats. That's what you know. Do you cook your own food, or just no matter what the food, anywhere you're on board?
I don't cook, but
you eat.
But I eat though. So if you want me to taste your food, I'll definitely do that. I'll give you an honest opinion about it.
How long into like having chats with her where you're like, oh, we're gonna have some fun?
The first Zoom we did with her, we came off the Zoom and we were like, oh my gosh, like this is personality. No question. First phone call.
Tell me about the freshmen on your roster. What stands out about them?
I think their ability to pick up on things so fast. I think by far, I think this is one of the best freshman class I've been a part of to witness. Kendall Walker, point guard, super agile, bold, strong, knows how to command the offense as a freshman. She's still getting her voice, having confidence, but she knows what she's talking about.
She needs to hang out with Christina a little bit.
Yeah, she needs to,
She'll find her voice.
She do.
We're working on it.
That's my right-hand man.
Yeah.
Kendall, that's my right-hand man.
And then Ava McKinney, just super athletic, super fast, picks up on things, willing to accept things. And then Brianna Williams, just, another big post for us, a good presence for us, able to shoot the three, drive. So we're really versatile. I think they do a really good job of just being freshmen and learning.
Yeah, what I'm really appreciative of them is in the beginning we had a couple people that were out still trying to get back in from the previous season. So they had a lot more reps, so they had to learn a lot faster than typically most freshmen. So the fact of the matter that they were able to take that challenge on learning and getting those extra reps in, and on top of that, being able to get extra reps outside of practice, it shows a lot because now they're more ready to come into the Big Ten. I remind them every day that the Big Ten is the big dogs league. With the new addition of the former Pac-12 teams, and they're really good teams too, I'm like, you have to be ready for everything. And for the fact of the matter that they're taking it, they're making mistakes, and they're not being hard on themselves, it really does say a lot. Because me as a freshman, I wasn't like that. So if I had what they had as a freshman, they're going to be so good when they're a senior.
Are there any superstitions on the team? Something that someone does before practice?
Okay, you don't ask Brenda about superstitions because she's not a believer in that. She'll tell you.
Glad I asked then.
She's not a believer, and she'll tell you, superstition, that's not real. That's not real.
That sounded just like her. I mean, that impression was marvelous.
You work hard, you create whatever's going to happen. There's no superstitions coming into play to winning a game.
Right.
It's work.
But that's not fun.
It's work.
What if you put your left sock on first and then you play better?
Yeah.
I do. I do.
You put left sock on first?
I do.
Yeah.
I feel like I thought it was a fun idea, and now I've created a rift. I feel like this is not good.
Honestly,
She said it since freshman year.
Honestly,
I mean, they can believe what they want to believe, but it's not true.
If I play better for you by putting my left sock on first, that helps
if
you.
that makes you feel better, go for it.
as long as I have a good meal before, I'm able to
I'm not
digest
surprised
it.
by that.
What is happening?
That's all that matters at the end of the day. I'll produce a lot.
Anyone have a slice of pizza for her right now?
Can we get a sandwich?
I already had about 5 today, so I'm okay.
We're halfway home. All right, that sounds about right.
Good double, Chris.
Before we go, I'll end on a serious note. Let's hear that Whitney.
Oh, man.
And it's just not fair. I think
It's better when the song
honestly,
is actually
yeah, you
playing
have
in the
some music
background.
behind you.
If you-
Then it's next level.
I honestly feel like if you caught me back in June, July, my
There's
voice
video.
is a little.
There's
you know what I'm
video.
saying?
We'll get there. We'll get
Yeah,
there.
we vouch for it.
Brenda, Shyanne, Christina, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
This was a bunch of fun. Everyone remember at home, left sock first. It helps you play basketball better. That's Brenda Frese's own words. She said it.
Exactly.
And a good meal.